NCEA Chinese Level 3, Characters and Compounds, Unit 3. Brought to you by NZ Chinese Classroom. 大家好，我是安利老师. Just a few reminders before we start. Make sure that you repeat after me to practice your tones and pronunciation. And take note of the example sentences and pause before I give the translation to really get your brain thinking about how to use these words in a sentence and what they might mean. And write down any questions that you have so that you can discuss them with your teacher in class. 我们开始吧. So you should know this one. It means to bring, to take. So we've got our hand clutching our little bag at the top. Okay, some examples. 明天的天气会很热，你应该带游泳衣。是什么意思? Make sure that you pause, have a think. So tomorrow's weather, it might be very hot, so you should bring your swimming clothes, your togs. Okay, now it gets a bit trickier. This is a wee structure that something caused something, or there is something that brought about certain events. So, 给 something, 带来. Watch out for this one. It's often used a lot in level 3. Alright, long sentence because it's a bit tricky. 很多中国人来新西兰旅游，这给学习中文的学生带来很多机会说中文. Maybe read that out loud yourself as well, just to practice your reading. Okay, so lots of Chinese people come to New Zealand to travel, and this causes 学习中文的学生, students that are studying Chinese. It provides them or causes them lots of opportunity to speak Chinese. So because there were lots of people coming to New Zealand to study, students studying Chinese now have a lot of opportunities that they can speak Chinese. Okay, 代, another 代. So this means a generation. Okay, so we've got the person radical in there. That helps. And 一代新人都在用新技术. So how would you translate this? So there is a new generation of people that all use new technology. Does that make sense? Okay. 古代, 古 meaning old things, a time in the past, and 代 meaning a generation. This means like ancient times. 古代. 古代的时候，每个国家都没有手机、电脑、电视等等. So, when it was ancient times, so something 的时候, 每个国家, every country, all doesn't have cell phones, computers, TV, etc. 对不对? 对. Okay. 年代, so years, and a generation of years. It's actually 10 years, a decade. 80年代, and we have 90年代 and 第一年代. So this is used, so in English we would say 1980, and that period of 10 years we would call the 80s. So 80年代 is the 80s. 90年代是什么? The 90s. 第一年代, the first lot of 10 years, the first decade. So we can talk about, so from 2000 to 2010 is the first decade. Next one. 时代. So this means an era. So an era of time. So we've got 时 like from 时间, 时候, all about time. 现在是电子时代吗? Is it currently right now the era of electronics? Or is it the era of electronics right now? 对, I think it is. Okay, and 现代 means modern times. So we know 现在 is right now, currently. So 现代, the modern times, contemporary times. 中国有很多现代城市， 比如北京和上海. So it can be a noun, but it also can be an adjective meaning modern. So that would make sense in this case. So China has a lot of modern cities, for example, Beijing and Shanghai. Next one, de. So we know the de, all about how we do something, the adverb type one. But this one means to get. De has a second tone in it. So 我生病了，得了感冒. To obtain something or get something. So I'm sick, I got a cold. 得到. Often the de will be with this dao. We'll learn more about that in Unit 4, so hold on till then. But it means that you actually got it, you obtained it. So 我昨天得到了一个新苹果的手机，我很开心. So yesterday I got a new Apple cell phone. I am very happy. 很开心. D. This has a person in it, but don't be deceived. You can't call a person D. You call them I. Short. So D means low, but not short. All right. 这张桌子很低. This table is very low. Okay. 最低. This is the most low, so the minimum. 今天北京的最低温度是3度. So today in Beijing, the minimum temperature, 温度, is 3 degrees. Okay, last word. We have 点. So you know this one in like 8点半, 8:30. So it's a point. We also know it in 一点儿 or 有点. But this can mean a point, an abstract kind of point. So 这点我不同意. So someone's talking about through an essay or something, and then you stop them and say, "Oh, this point I don't understand. I don't agree with this point." So abstract sort of point. 不同点. So we know 不同 means different. 不同点 is different point or differences. Alright, 新西兰和中国的文化有一些不同点。比如说，中国学生每天都做早操. So this is getting a bit more formal language. So New Zealand and China, Chinese cultures have some differences. For example, Chinese students every day do 早操, the morning exercises. So there are some differences. Okay, next one. 缺点. So this is a weakness or a disadvantage. 我的数学能力不好，是我的缺点. So my maths ability is not good. It is my weakness. Or is my shortcoming. Another word for it. Okay, next one. 相同点. So the opposite of this is 不同点. So this is similarities. 相同. 新西兰和中国的文化有些相同点. 新西兰和中国的文化有些相同点. New Zealand and China's cultures have some similarities. Can you think of some? And last one, 优点. 优点. This is opposite of 缺点, strengths, advantages. 会说中文是一个大的优点. But the ability to speak Chinese is a very big advantage, a big strength. Awesome. All right, to follow up, make sure that you write down any questions that you have, get onto Quizlet to practice these words, complete the listening or reading activity for this week, and complete any grammar activities, and don't forget about the unit test. Until next time, 再见.